Alright, so this crazy contraption I got here, I bent these lines back. I got some silicone or some clear hose into the master cylinder. You're probably thinking, like, why the fuck did you just do all that? Well, it's because the flare was cracked. These weren't good, and I have the new hush lines, so I'm going to use the hush lines. So I didn't have enough silicone, so I was like, screw it. These were like $2 that I got, so I just bent them back. That's how we're doing it right here. And then I'm just sitting in the car, and I'm just pumping, and as I'm pumping, fluid is getting sucked out of here. It's going, obviously, through the master, through the lines, and then back in, and the whole purpose of doing that is to make sure you get all the air out of the piston that's, like, in this guy, through the whole system. You basically push air in, suck in, and instead of sucking in more air, hopefully you suck in more fluid. So I'm going to do this for a while so that when I actually hook up the lines, there's less air going all the way back. Alright, so these are Hush Performance lines. He made them custom length to the way I wanted them. So these right here are 90 degrees. This is going to the prop valve. And then in the master cylinder here, we have banjos. These are actually longer than I needed, but I gave them the proper length. I gave them a length that I wanted, and now I'm realizing they're a little longer, but that's fine because for the most part, I can wrap those. I wanted to basically, tuck them up to the standard lines across the back. So I'll go ahead and show you that. So this little system has worked. I've basically been sitting in here just going for days. This one's still full of fluid. This one's got a little air, but I've been going at this for like 20 minutes. So worst case, I'll pump it out. So we're going to do banjos right here, banjos out of here, so obviously that's going to go with this end right here, and then I'm going to route it back here, maybe throw a zip tie to back here, and then the other 90 degree will go right into the prop valve. But yeah, so just putting in that effort right now, because all I really need to do is I bench bled the master cylinder. That's something you got to do, and I didn't want to take it out, so I made a way to do it in the car. The other way you can do it is actually just have the master cylinder, put it in a vise, do the same loop technique, and then just press the piston in and out with your hand. And then on top of that, then I'll just gravity bleed while I'm doing other stuff. I'll gravity bleed the clutch because I have the S2000 clutch master cylinder, and I have the JB Tune tuck line that goes all the way to the stock location. So I'll basically put a bottle there, fill it, and then as I'm doing a bunch of stuff, the inside of the car is just literally just bags of just junk that I've had as I've been working on the car. So I can clean out the car, let it kind of gravity feed, hopefully fluid makes its way down, and then I've always done it by myself. So bungee cord around the clutch pedal. I have a top feeder for fluid, and then I just push down with my foot, pull up with a cord, and then just try to pump fluid as much as possible. Hopefully get some help later or the next day, but I'll get everything. Bleeding the brakes and the clutch are the easy part. Getting everything else together, I can do that now. I was able to unbend a hard line for the power steering. I have the power steering hoses, the reservoir that'll go here, the bracket, and everything that goes right here. I'll basically hit it with a bunch of Simple Green, kind of clean it up because it's been sitting in a box and stuff like that. I could still maybe run all the lines in, get that set up, and then I have some power steering fluid. That's easy. Basically, you just fill it, go all the way one direction, kind of fill it, go the other direction, fill it, just make sure that the whole power steering rack is literally full, and then your reservoir is also full, and your power steering should just be good. But after that, there's not too much more to button up, and I'm probably maybe just try to drive it around the parking lot, make sure I've got the brakes all set up, slam on them a couple times, make sure that they're actually stopping properly, and then I'll still just need to make sure that it's bled. But yeah, guys, here we go. This is what the Soul looks like right now. It still needs a lot of other stuff, but like, I just want to drive it. I want to enjoy it. I'm back to where I was maybe like 6 months ago. I can't believe it took this long, but I don't know. Don't really care. I've had a lot of fun, learned a lot of things, talked to a lot of people. I'm just really excited to just enjoy the car again, get to the track a couple times, hopefully, and then, go from there. All right, guys, progress being made. I got to shout out fucking Hush Performance over here, man. These are just perfectly simple. You know what I'm saying? This worked out so good. Thank you so much, dude. I literally phone call away. I gotta wipe everything down, but pretty sure it's not leaking. We'll find out. Anyways, yeah, banjos here. Wrapped it around, just zip tied around the back. Got those tightened with the prop valve. Just got this open. Gonna let hopefully just gravity do its thing over here. What I'm working on right now is I filled this with ATE 200. This stuff right here, it's what I run in every single car. But have this going in the master cylinder, open it up. I literally pulled the whole valve out of the slave. Gonna wait till I see it drip a little bit. It might not. I'll pump the clutch. As soon as I do that, I'll hook it up to this guy and I'll pump it away. I'm just trying to get fluid all the way through the system. And then at that point, I'm still gonna need some help, but I can kind of do a lot of this on my own. I've kind of always done this stuff on my own, so definitely have tips and tricks in my head. I don't think they're actually tips or tricks. They're just more so things that I do, and then eventually someone I can get to help me out. But progress is being made. Super stoked about this. As soon as I get this figured out, I can put the car up and then try to figure out how to do the brakes. Then I probably run to Honda because it's not too far away. I need a new pin for the shift linkage. The little covers, I don't know how much that's going to be, probably like $10 or something like that. And then if they also have the cool little boot, I'll buy the boot too, because I've never had a car with a boot to keep that whole thing together. So, you know, might as well, right? So yeah, really excited. Brakes, clutch, hopefully get that kind of situated right there. Get the shift linkage right now. I just have a little bolt in it and it's just like in gear. I can go like, it feels neutral in every gear. So hopefully the pin fixes that situation. And then I just got to torque the axle nuts and then a couple other random checklisty things for the most part, but we're almost there. Super excited. Literally almost there, guys. I'm so excited to just be back on the road. And then I'm going to take the power steering pump, reservoir, and everything else that goes with it. I'll take it out there, simple green, and a brush, clean it up. There's a lot of gunk because it kind of leaked for a while. So clean it all up, get it back in the engine bay. And then I just got to I got to find a power steering belt, but I think I have it because I used to run it. So I just got to put all that back in, tighten it. Power steering fluid, I probably have at home, so I'll take care of that a different time. But I could at least drive around now, or at least move around a little bit to make sure it's working. So I'm going to show you this little trick. I don't know what this thing is called, but it's a snap-on tool. Basically, when you pull this, instead of spraying out, it kind of creates a suction. This tube comes out to here, and then I'm going to put that right on this guy right here. So when you use it in conjunction with the auto filler, you open the valve, it fills up the reservoir, and then the water level goes up until it passes the little nipple of the reservoir. So as it goes down, this is going to gravity feed, and it's going to make sure that the reservoir stays full and you don't actually suck in air, because that's the whole point of, you know, evacuating the system of air. So this is really nifty. They're not actually that expensive. You can get them on Amazon. This is a Snap-on one because Travis is our tech and he's got all Snap-on stuff, but you can get this on Amazon for like 20 or 30 bucks. Lifesaver if you're by yourself. Clips onto the threads of the reservoir, so it would clip on to like this guy right here and it would stay stable. And then this valve, you can close it on it. Obviously you can close it so it doesn't drain. You can open it so it does drain. So I'm going to show you how this works and kind of knock this out because it's actually really cool, right? So we've got the little drain nipple right here all the way to the right. Obviously that's closed. I'm going to open it a little bit and then let's see, I got this going right here. This plugs onto it and it's actually a really nice fit. Oh, let me go from underneath. That might be a little better. There you go. Boom. Goes on there right like there. Wipe my hands off. And then I'll show you. You get this. I'm going to pull the trigger. It's going to make like a suction sound because the air is going to come out of this valve and it's going to suck all the air out, and then you're going to start seeing fluid drop. I already did this before, but then I didn't have the actual reservoir open, so it wasn't actually draining. So you always do have to keep your eye on that, because if you run out of fluid or you get low on fluid, then you know the reservoir is going to get low on fluid. You're going to restart the process of getting air. So here we go. There you go. Fluid's draining, and you can see, go there you go. All those little air bubbles. Help it a little more. Create a little suction. Oh yeah, pulling hella air out of it. Yeah, look at that. All these little air bubbles. Perfect. Obviously that is draining slowly. This is draining. Still some air. Boom. Now, this is really effective. Obviously, if you have this set up, if you don't, it's fine. But I'll tell you this, in my opinion, nothing's going to beat the good old pump it 5 times and hold it, dude. Psh, open it up, close it, pump it 5 times and hold it, dude. That whole situation, that's just always tried and true. This is just one man thing. So if you get yourself one of these guys, you're gonna be in a world of great. But if this suction is perfect and it fits on the nipples on all 4 of these corners, boom, I could get a really good head start on actually doing the brakes. Yo, all right, so just jamming on stuff. So we got all this off. Obviously, we got it in the lift. I'm going to do the brakes back first, but everything's in. Everything's looking good. I wish I could just get these Öhlins revalved. Maybe we could do that here. Okay, so yeah, we got this stuff. Got the ITR LCAs. I wish I had some better ones. I used to have, you know, it all looked like this, but whatever. We're all in the air, so I'm gonna start in the back here, move my way forward. I've been making super progress, haven't wanted to stop, didn't really film all that much, but I'm showing you everything that I'm doing. I'm gonna bleed here. These nipples look about the same as the clutch, so hopefully it bites on just as good. We start going, and then I'm gonna hit it all. I got the reservoir filled up there, and then same process as the clutch, guys. We're just gonna do the whole back of the car. I'm just really juiced. Like I said, I might have said earlier, everyone left a 7 stock. I've been here by myself. It's been great. Just jamming out to a Juna Deep. Love that trance, bro. Just keep it going. And then just been making progress. And then hopefully I can get the power steering in today or clean. And at that point, basically done. But while all the wheels are off and everything right now, I'm going to go over, hit every bolt with the impact, just torque everything down. Sounds counterintuitive, but you know what I'm saying. I'm just going to hit them. If they're not, torque them, get everything going. That way when I put my wheels back on, I know that they don't really need to come back off again. All right, guys, next day, a lot more done. My buddy DJ, he came over, helped me bleed the brakes. Props to you, dude. Thank you so much for that, because otherwise it would have been another day of me having to get this on a rack. Hey, man, can you help me? It would have been someone else, but now I'm good. So the brakes, hopefully good. No really air bubbles are in anymore. It looks like pure fluid all the way back to front. Super juiced about that. Also did the clutch, but that already felt kind of good, so I'm happy about that. I just got to put oil in the trans and then button up a couple things, and I got the power steering on. Don't have the belt, but whatever. The steering's on. It's looped, or not looped, but all the hoses are together, so at least if I turn, I'm not going to fucking shoot fluid out of everywhere. Hopefully. But getting really close, guys. I'm really excited about that. I actually need to get this guy right here so I can actually put the hood latch on. I think I have the hood latch over here. I could probably bolt that up. I just got the bitch pin put in, found a bolt, got a hammer, went to town, got it in there. Super happy. Don't have to use a bolt. But what I did find is an M8 by 35. Actually, just long enough. You still get wiggle, though, because, I mean, it's not the pin. But M8 is almost the exact size. So happy about that. All right, I got the pin in there. No play whatsoever. So that's actually going to feel good in the car. But yeah, gonna go ahead and fill the transmission up, and should be good. All right, guys, the final home stretch. Those 2 things back there, they're bled. Transmission filled. Power steering, I need a little more top off, but whatever. This is all hooked up. Gonna tighten a bolt right here, make sure it doesn't flop around, because right now it's got some floppities in it. But I think I can just tighten that down. I need to tighten these down too. Like I said, I need to top that out. Burped. Gonna hook up the battery, and I should be able to just drive it. Well, you know, drive it back and forth under its own power, which would be fantastic. And if I can do that, hell yeah, we've hit the home stretch. And then I could finally finish up what I need to do and fucking get it home. Yo, okay, so we got the wheels torqued. Going to hook the ground up here. That one goes there. This guy goes here. That should be tight enough. I might tighten those a little more, but we good. These are actually JB Tunes charge harness. Looking super sick. Okay, so theoretically, my car is a mess because, you know, when you've been working on a car for a really long time, it just becomes a giant drawer. So, my seat's not bolted in, but hopefully, turn on. Cool. check for final leaks. Nothing. All this seems to be all right. What's going on here? I gotta tighten those fenders, but yeah, I checked the fuel. Everything seems to be good. Right there. Alright. Alright. So, hop back in here. I need to bolt this seat back in. But, shifter. Oh, shifter feels so much better. So much better. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. Clutch in. Ooh, the clutch feels nice. Oh, yeah. Super loud. Oh, that sounds like an exhaust leak for sure. I don't know where. The idle's really high. Let's find out why. Hold on. Oh, there you go. The idle dropped. So that's good. But it might be... Put this little booster in right here. Okay, I need to plug this right here for sure. Alright, I need to plug this and then should be good. Sick. Okay, reverse. I gotta fix the clutch though, it's way off the floor. But we're going. These brakes though, I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully, whoa, I gotta bolt the seat in. That's what I gotta do. I gotta fucking bolt the seat in. There she is, guys. Running, driving. So far not leaking. But hell yeah. Hell yeah. Brakes don't seem to do anything though, but I have hella pedal feel. It just feels like they're not grabbing. It could just be that, I don't know, dude, maybe the pads are just, maybe I'm just stopping on glass, or maybe I just need to use them for a little bit and then you know, maybe they'll fucking firm up or something. But hell yeah, Del Sol runs, drives. I need to get the hood on and then I could probably drive it around. It's possible that maybe this booster isn't doing what I think it is or something, bro. But doesn't seem to be leaking there. Not leaking, so I don't know. Hopefully maybe I gotta, I don't know, figure this out. I need a new radiator. If anyone's got a cool plug on a dual core, not piece of shit single core radiator, definitely let me know. I'm hella excited, guys. I'm out here with the Del Sol. It's driving under its own power. Hell yeah, dude. I can't believe it. We're finally here. Last little steps now. Still got to do a couple more things. I'm really worried about the brakes, actually. I hit the brakes, just doesn't, I don't know, feels like glass. It could just be the pads. They've been sitting for a really long time. And I think they're like HP pluses, so they shouldn't be that bad. Maybe they're HPSs. I don't know. Either way, hell yeah. Del Sol's running. I'm super stoked about this. And then, I don't know, guys. From here, I just got to clean it up. Put it all real back together. Drive it around a little bit. Have fun with it. I know the valve cover needs to get painted. But other than that, we're good. Alright, well, I figured out the brake problem. Had the booster line flipped, so obviously the check valve was doing nothing. I don't know what that sound is. It might be the FPR though, but I'm not positive. But anyways, we've got brakes, and oh my god, yep, they work. But yeah, as you guys can tell, got the interior mainly in. Gotta get rid of all of that, put all of this back together, vacuum it up, and then just kind of get the Del Sol feeling like a complete car again. It's still feeling kind of meh. I wish I could drop the front just a little bit, because the rear looks good, but the front, I don't like that. And the Öhlins that I have on here don't really have any like adjustability. They're one size because they're the old EG6 or old EG4 coilovers. So I might actually need to find my way to some drop forks so that I could take half that out, and then I'll be doing good. But yeah, guys, we're there. Brakes work, everything else works. Need a battery tie down, need a hood, get the bumper. I might spray the bumper so it looks like the rest of the car, because when I painted it, it was like 10 years ago and it was like fire engine red, whatever. And then that little like, that whistle is gonna annoy the shit out of me, dude. So I really should probably figure that out.